Hey everyone! Alright, today's video is going to be over multiplying and dividing with positive and negative fractions. Your objective: I will be able to multiply and divide positive and negative fractions. So let's review. And again, since all of this is in green, you don't have to write this down, but if this is something that you don't remember, then you definitely want to make sure you record this in your spiral. Whenever we multiply fractions, we multiply the numerators and then multiply the denominators. For example, if we had something like 1/2 times 2/3, we would multiply the numerators together and then multiply the denominators and then reduce from there. If we have division, and there is a spelling error here and that's going to bother me, let me fix that. Okay, that's better. So if we are dividing fractions, what we do is we flip the second fraction and we multiply. And you may have heard of keep, change, flip. So, for example, if we had 1/2 divided by 2/3, we would take the reciprocal of the second fraction, which would be 3/2, and then we would change it to a multiplication problem. And that first fraction stays the same. And then we would follow our multiplication rules and simplify from there. Alright, and keep in mind when we're multiplying and dividing, if our numbers have the same signs, then we have a positive answer. If they have different signs, then we will get a negative answer. So let's go ahead and do some examples. Example 1, we have a -2/5 times 3/4. Keep in mind when you see a little dot like that, that means to multiply. If you ever see something like this, you see two numbers right next to each other and there is not a symbol in between them, it means we multiply. So I'm going to take the numerators, 2 times 3, that's 6, and then 5 times 4 is 20, and then I'm going to reduce it. 6 and 20 can both be divided by 2, and that is 3/10. We multiplied a negative times a positive, different signs, means we have a negative answer. So this would be -3/10. Alright, example 2, we have -3/8 times -1/3. So again, I'm multiplying the numerators. So 3 times 1 gives us 3. And then in the bottom, in the denominator, 8 times 3 equals 24. 3 and 24 can both be divided by 3. And that would be 1/8. We have a negative times a negative, same signs, so our answer is positive. All right, let's do some division problems. Example 3, we have -4/5 divided by -1/7. So remember, we are going to flip that second fraction, take the reciprocal of it, and then we're going to multiply. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite the first fraction. I'm going to change this to multiplication. And then a -1/7, the reciprocal of that would be -7/1. 4 times 7 is 28. 5 times 1 is 5. And we have an improper fraction, so we want to divide so that we can change it to a mixed number. 5 goes into 28 5 times, with 3 left over. So this would be 5 3/5. We had a negative times a negative. Same signs give us a positive answer. Alright, example 4, we have 1 1/2 divided by a -1 2/3. So we've got mixed numbers and we want to make those improper. So 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So we have 3/2 over here. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. And that was negative, so my improper fraction should also be negative. Now, again, we have to flip the second fraction and multiply. So the reciprocal of -5/3 would be -3/5. Changing this to multiplication, and the first fraction stays the same. 3 times 3 is 9. 2 times 5 is 10. And that cannot be reduced. And we had a positive times a negative. Different signs. Well, originally it was division, but we had a positive divided by a negative. Different signs means a negative answer. Alright, now it is time for you to try. Go ahead and complete the following 2 problems in your spiral. Make sure you have everything written down, and I will see you next class day.